Planning a fishing trip shouldn't feel like a full-time job. With FishingBooker.com, you can find and book the perfect fishing trip within minutes. FishingBooker.com connects you with trusted fishing captains around the world. Booking is fast, easy, and secure, with access to verified customer reviews, loyalty rewards, and around-the-clock customer support. Everything you need to book with confidence is in one place. So head to FishingBooker.com and start planning your next fishing adventure today.
I wrote a little song to remind you, Choice Hotels get you more of the experiences you value. The Cambria Hotel's got it all. A rooftop bar, have a ball. Cocktails up here feel just right. Is Cambria amazing? All right. Bring a date, your team, or even your mom. Book direct at choicehotels.com. See you on the roof.
All right, welcome back to the Survival and Basic Badass Podcast. Kevin and Chuck. Today we're going to talk about bullets. We're going to talk about different types of bullets. We're going to maybe talk a little bit about guns. We're going to talk about reloading a little bit. We're going to get in deep, get to the bottom of those things that come out of your guns and how we're going to make that happen. I don't know. I'm just being crazy. But first, let's talk gun safety. Because when we're playing with bullets, they're scary. They actually go in guns. They come out really fast. Sometimes over 1,000 feet per second. That sounds bad if that impacts you.
Yeah, no, it could be unhealthy.
You guys know we love guns. We love playing with guns, shooting guns, handguns, rifles, semi-automatic guns, fully automatic guns. We love guns. 5-inch cannons. You know, whatever. We're down. You can make things explode with gunpowder, even if there is no gunpowder. Maybe you're like, well, yeah, but what about my Gammo gun that shoots little whatever? Sure. Railguns. You know, whatever. Kevin's in. Those lasers that they shoot in Star Wars all the time?
Yes, the blasters.
The blasters. Now, you know what I always wonder is, the blasters always seem to have these big ammo feed things on the side. Is that a battery?
It shoots light, though. But it doesn't travel at the speed of light. You can see it going through there, so I don't really know what's
slower light?
Yeah, it's like the slow
light. You know
light.
what it is? It's probably tracers. So, like, every fifth laser has a color.
Okay. I see.
And so it just looks like it's moving slow. Like, when you look at somebody's wheels turning on a car.
Right.
And you're like, oh, backwards. I can see it. It's, yep.
This makes sense now. I think we solved a major Star Wars dilemma.
Now it's all coming together. All right. So, you know, you like to shoot things. We like to shoot things. They always say when you're holding a gun, you should think of it like a laser beam. Like it's going to destroy anything it points at. You know, and they make the big deal about, you know, always check that it's not loaded or, you know, be aware that it, you know, it's loaded, whatever. Keep your booger hooker off the trigger.
Right.
I'm actually pretty big on that one. I don't like the finger on the trigger unless you're, you know, inside the trigger housing. Unless you're planning on shooting something.
Right.
There's no place for it.
Yeah, I agree 100%. And, you know, even safeties, guns that have safeties.
You use it?
I keep it on until I'm ready to put my finger on the trigger.
It's too, you know, you're hiking through the woods with your hunting rifle and you trip and you fall.
And it just magically goes off?
And the worst.
That story of the gun when it falls and it fires?
I've heard a few stories and I've seen some things play out that it could happen, maybe. I mean, I see videos. I watch these videos that are horrible on YouTube that are like, you know, they always lean the gun against the tree or the house, and then it falls, and then bam, shoots them in the ass every time, and they're like, oh, and I see it happen. So, I mean, I can't say they don't just go off when they fall. However, I have dropped guns and not really experienced that.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a fun thing to do to drop your gun.
No. No.
But it happens, and I've never had one accidentally
They're always
go
like
off.
soft metal, and I'm like, no, there's like little marks, and I'm like, fuck that one up. Now that gun's gonna be ruined.
Yeah.
Now I have to keep it forever.
Now I have to go buy
Nobody's
another
gonna buy
one.
it.
Yeah.
I gotta buy a new one because I like them shiny. You know, little chrome them up a little bit. Basically, I just like guns in general. Cool grips with skulls and death on it. You know, whatever. I'm down. So, anyway, when you get so familiar and so easy around things, because that's one of the things is I'm always talking with my wife, you know, you want to be comfortable with it.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I know I talk about sometimes that, you know, I'll go to I have a 22 rifle. That's my favorite to go to because I know I'm going to hit whatever I aim for. You know, there can be a squirrel at 50 yards, not even a doubt in my mind, I'm going to hit him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and so I'll grab that gun because I'm confident with it. And it just is my go-to. Well, when things become your right hand, you get more casual and careless with it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're like, oh, yeah, I'll go, you know, and you know, you get that
Yeah, I'm
way.
just going to leave it loaded by the back door in case that fucker
you know,
shows up.
whatever, right.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it just becomes old hat, and we just, you know, get more familiar with it. Same thing, you know, my handgun, I'll come home and pull it out. I want to keep it nearby. And again, this is my own thing. I like guns. I'm different than other people.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying this is what people should be doing. This is what I do.
Right.
You know, I'll set the gun down on the like end table at the end of the couch. So when I sit down with the wife and we're whatever watching TV in the evening, somebody kicks in the door, I got my gun right there and I just shoot him in the eye.
Mm-hmm.
Logically.
But when she leans over on your lap, she doesn't say, you know, is that a gun in your pocket?
Right, because it's on the
not
end table.
in your pocket. Right.
It's not in my pocket.
She knows what's
Everything's cleared up. We're all good.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean,
Communication. It's important
that's
in a
whatever.
relationship.
But same thing, then it's like, oh, well, you know, your friends came over with the little kid, and did you remember to put the gun away? Did you think about that? Or sometimes, you know, I'll come home and, all right, there's people here. I'll go in and set it in the bedroom. And a lot of times, like, I'll just throw it under the pillow or something.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because it's not obvious out to anybody. Because who the hell goes in a grown-up's bedroom? I mean,
Right.
really, come on.
Right. No,
Come on.
my kid is on standard orders. You never.
What are you, crazy?
You never go in my bedroom. I'll murder a motherfucker if
So-
I find him in there.
But I mean, what I'm saying is you guys just need to be aware and think about things as they're out. But now that said, when you're the cool gun guy, you need to make sure that the people who have access to your guns get familiar and learn not to be afraid of them.
Right. I think kids are really interested in guns because they're super cool.
Because they're super cool.
Right.
And men,
Mm-hmm.
manly men,
Right.
like freaking guns. And so kids are like, I want to grow up and
I
be a
wanna be-
badass.
right.
I want to grow facial hair. And I want to shoot guns.
Right.
And then guess what? It turns out little girls, they want to grow up and shoot guns too. Because they're cool.
Because they're it's super cool.
They're like,
so,
oh.
So I think, you know, starting around age 7 or 8, you can start your kid out learning how to do gun safety with things like BB guns and pellet guns.
I don't think that's wrong.
I think you can teach them all, you know, the figure control. You can teach them, you know, the whole thing about all gun safety applies
I
to BB
think
guns.
7 and 8, they can be doing 22 on the range with dad. You know?
with dad.
You know, yeah, I'm not having
And
them
not,
taking out the
I
gun.
wouldn't say
and-
7 or 8 with no prior experience on the range.
No,
with
it's a build up process.
right.
So, you know, familiar how they work, how dangerous they are. I think kids need to see the
They
gun
need to
shot,
see- Yep.
and it's cool if you can do the like shoot the pumpkin or shoot the
Right.
something where they can see the devastating effect.
Right. How
And
dangerous
maybe
they
even
are. Mm-hmm.
a little squirrel hunting or a little something like that. And you know, this is final.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's I think one of the problems that are affecting our kids today is sheltered and protected from everything in life that they don't even like grasp the concept or reality, I guess the finality of death.
Right.
And you can't protect kids from everything. They have to kind of see the world and understand the world.
Right.
And that's what's going to make kids strong. And, get them involved, get them aware, make it so that your kids can function.
Right.
Now,
a naive child is a dangerous child.
Yes. Now, that said, you always see and the kids pointing it around and ha, and, they used to have it in the old videos, and for some reason it's making a big comeback now, showing little kids.
For some reason.
Yeah. I don't know why. But bottom line, teach your kids, teach them gun safety, make them aware so that way it's not a problem when things are exposed. And we don't have to live in the sheltered world. It kind of comes into play with everything we see in life is, one of the guys I like, Jordan Peterson, is that it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I was hearing a lecture from him. Maybe it was somebody else. I think it was him. But he said that we seem to be preparing the road that people take instead of preparing them for the journey. It used to be you'd teach your kid how to deal with bullies, how to, deal with, people who, pick on you, people who set up obstacles in your life. We'd teach them how to overcome that.
Right.
Now we get rid of all the obstacles.
Yeah.
And I think...
and the thing is, the problem is that no matter how hard you try, you're never going to get rid of all the obstacles.
And that's... So let's prepare our
bullies
kids.
are always going to exist. No matter how much anti-bullying education there is, there's always going to be bullies.
There's always going to be bullies.
I mean, Chuck is still a bully.
I'm a bully. I mean, you guys hear me bully Kevin all the time. Yeah. Sometimes Kevin cries himself to sleep for hours.
That's right.
After a good podcast.
I mean, specifically, honestly, I bully the shit out of my kid.
Exactly. Well, it's, you smack the kid goes and kicks the dog, right. That hierarchy. So I bully Kevin goes up and bullies his kid. You see how it plays out. So, who knows? Then I go, actually, it's my wife bullies me.
Yeah, that's how it really works. Yeah.
Bully Kevin. Kevin bullies his kid.
Yeah, I know the root cause.
His kid kicks the dog. You get the idea. So, I know I promised some kind of talk about bullets, ammunition.
Let's talk about that a little bit.
So, there's a lot of different things to think about and different quality of bullets. Different things out there that, is it worth spending, $1 a bullet, that kind of stuff. One of the things to think about is, one, whatever bullet you decide to carry in your gun every day, now be this your handgun, or if you have an AR-15 set up for home defense, maybe you have a shotgun you use for home defense, whatever it is that you want to be your count-on weapon, you need to use this ammo in it.
Right.
I mean, you need to really try it and run, a few boxes through it and get comfortable with it. How does it react? How does it go? How do I shoot with it? And does it jam?
Yeah.
I bought a Remington 22, and I went and bought 500 rounds of Remington freaking, 22 long rifle, threw it in there, and like every fifth bullet was jamming. And I'm like, they should be a perfect match,
Right.
And whatever, and I switched and started buying a different type, and I had no problem.
It was the ammo, really.
It was the ammo. And, it's just the type, and I buy a different, type and whatever, but I'm just saying, you never know. Definitely, I bought some more luxury, rounds, and shoot them through the handgun, and like every fifth one will jam. And no, it's not because my gun needed to be cleaned. I switched the ammo, and, now cleaning your gun may be the solution in a lot of those cases. But, that's kind of thing, or proper adjustment of the gun. But if you don't have the right amount of powder, the right amount of stuff, it makes a difference in how your gun is going to shoot.
Right.
So, that said, whatever you end up deciding for your everyday carry, just make sure you buy a couple boxes to really try it out and get comfortable with it and know that it's going to function properly in your gun. So that said, I've been kind of on a search. I used to carry my 45 as my everyday carry as a Sig and Sauer GSR 1911. And really anything I put in there was going to work because it's a 45. So, your standard, like, I think Remington 45 ACP was pretty much what I carried for, like, the first year. Then I ended up switching to, somebody talked to me and we came up with different plans, and I started using a Hornady Critical Defense. And that's basically like a hollow point. And you're paying like $1 a bullet usually, somewhere around the $20 a box.
Yeah, now, keep in mind, though, it's good to get the right ammo, choose the right ammo, and it's good to practice with that ammo. But you can get inexpensive target loads rounds that you can fire that are going to be, less expensive, but it's still important to be proficient
with your fire.
With what you're planning to use when you have to use it.
I still will use, like, I know, not to kind of jump around here, but, like, you can, when I target shoot, I usually am still using, like, Federal FMJ or American Eagle. And for my target AR rounds. I use a lot of that, and they are a more premium bullet compared to, I can buy some Russian steel crap, or I just bought some something at Dick's the other day that had steel casings, and now I'm almost regretting it, and I don't even want to put them in my gun.
Yeah.
But, it's like $20 for 100 rounds, and I'm like, oh, well, that's pretty cheap.
Well, that's what you should be putting in your gun and playing with.
And, well, that's what I thought. And now I'm like, I don't even want to hurt my gun with that crap in there, And that's the thing. So you need to find that level. But, so one of the things that got me thinking, I was telling you, I started putting hollow points. And basically I use Hornady Critical Defense was what I was using for a while, and believe it or not, the Federal makes the HydroShock, and those have been around since I think like '89.
Yeah,
it was a long time ago.
Yeah, it was late '80s, early '90s.
Right. So those have been around, and you know what? I hate to say it, it's embarrassing, and you guys can all mock me, but the box doesn't have anything fancy on it, and they don't have, like, you can't see the bullet till you buy the box.
Right.
And so I was like, yeah, whatever, these hollow points from Hornady, which I love Hornady. They're a great brand. They're reliable. And they are a premium brand over Federal, in my opinion. I don't know. And so I was like, I'd always go to the Hornady. Then at the gun store, they were like, you should try the HydroShocks. The FBI really like them. And after shooting them and comparing them, throwing both into a watermelon and seeing what happens, the HydroShocks really are a more solid, round. So then I was over at my buddy's house, who's a cop, and I'm always talking to him about the different things. And I was like, what are you using? And he's like, we use the 9mm HydroShocks. And he said that they're actually having a problem in the winter, though, that because the hollow points are meant to expand and not go through and not hit people in the background and not that. People are wearing winter coats and the bullets aren't even going through. They're knocking the people down, but they're not even really stopping them.
But they're not even penetrating because they're expanding.
Or barely penetrating before because they're expanding, and getting caught in their coats and whatever. Everybody's got these down coats and different stuff. So I don't know what, your guys' experience has been with that. I've never shot somebody with a winter coat and, been like, oh, look, that didn't work out. So I don't have firsthand knowledge on that. That's what my law enforcement buddies are telling me. I don't know.
Yeah. Keep that in mind if you live in New York or Minnesota, but Alabama, you're probably all right.
That's the thing. You want your bullets to, do some critical damage. Mass and energy impacting.
Right. And, that's another thing when it comes to gun safety to mention. If you're going to shoot somebody, plan on killing that person. Don't try and shoot somebody in the leg or shoulder, because you're going to miss. You're going to
you don't want the lawsuit
under stress.
anyway.
Right. And then that dude's going to sue you if you do hit him in the leg.
You kill them.
Kill
they
him.
don't
Just
sue
kill
you.
that person.
They don't.
If you're going to point a gun at somebody and pull the trigger, make sure you kill that person. That's the objective of firing a gun. If you don't want to kill them, don't shoot them.
Now, last thing, back to the Hornady critical defense. For the AR, I find I bought a bunch of 223 critical defense because I wanted something, same thing, where if I grab it quick, I want those rounds to kind of not go through as far. Mm-hmm. Maybe, hopefully. I don't know. You guys can, some of you guys who've been playing with bullets a lot longer than me might have better insight. Another thing to think about with bullets are, you guys know how they all have different colored tips on them. Mm-hmm. So there's something going on there. What I usually see is like you'll see green tip, mm-hmm. and those are supposed to be armor piercing.
Okay.
So
basically, that's your winner bullet.
What you're doing is you got like a harder shell on the
right.
Well, you say winner bullet, but let me tell you about blue tipped bullets.
Okay.
Now blue tips are incendiary.
In case you're cold.
Exactly.
All right.
So that's just wrong. So basically, explosive bullets. Mm-hmm. Now they're supposed to be armor piercing as well, with the little bonus explosion. Mm. So the blue tips are nice. Now there's also orange and red tips. Now these are typically tracer rounds, mm-hmm. and these are the ones you'll put like every fourth or fifth one in a magazine. And when you're doing like machine gun, and then you can see and follow where you're pointing.
Right.
These are always fun. Don't confuse these like Hornady puts the little red plastic in a lot of the hollow points. Mm-hmm. Those aren't tracer rounds. I don't know what to tell you why people can get away with the different things, but that's what they do. Right. Also, people have been known to do the tracer rounds as like they're like third to last in a 30-round magazine, so they know when the end is coming.
Right.
So they get ready for a change, might up your time. If you live in a communist state, you might not be able to buy tracer rounds.
Right.
So that may be a thing.
Mm-hmm.
So that's something to think about. That's what I got on that. Let's talk about reloading, I guess.
Yeah. Now, reloading is in general, it's once you get set up, it's a lot less expensive. You're spending a lot less money on ammo.
You're saying a lot less. Let's say
40%
less.
You
Let's
think
just say
so?
less.
All right. Now the main reason
I would say per round, I'd agree with you with once you get set up. Mm-hmm. But
the main reason you want to reload ammunition is to save money, but that's not the only reason. Let's see here. I mean, you learn a lot more about
yes.
your equipment that you're using.
And understanding velocity and right. energy and all these different things that, you can affect by making the perfect bullet, changing the grain weight and the gunpowder ratios, different things. Although there are like published limits mm-hmm. of what you're supposed to use for gunpowder, if you're not the master genius, you don't want to exceed those or go anywhere outside
right.
of that.
And if you're just getting started reloading your own ammo, you might even want to go a little bit light and then work your way up.
A little bit light.
Now, the best let's see, bolt action rifles and revolvers are the best firearms to use because they do the least amount of damage to your brass, to your casing.
Okay.
That doesn't mean you can't, reload your shells from an automatic weapon or a semi-automatic weapon.
Because there's a lot of shells.
Yeah, I mean that's really it. And the more uniform your casing, the better condition your casing is in, the more consistent your firing is going to be.
Okay.
So when you're reloading your ammo, you really want to take time to clean the casing.
Yes.
Now it's
A lot of people
basically
will polish them.
yeah,
Whatever.
it's basically tumblers is usually what they use, and there's a lot of people talk about it. Different types of media to use. Some people even say walnut shells with oil. Some people say there's a lot of different stuff you can use. But I'm not gonna try and pretend that I know the best way to do it.
No.
I can't tell you what the best media is. You can get your shells from almost every big box store. You can, most Walmarts, you can buy empty casings.
You could follow me around and find
Just
empty
follow
cases.
Chuck.
Just throughout the day.
Mm-hmm.
They say dropping shells.
That's Chuck, huh?
That's Chuck. But like I had mentioned before, is there are published limits of how much gunpowder for a set, size round, and you want to be aware of that. This really matters. The amount of pressure. I don't know if you guys have ever seen like the old Bugs Bunny cartoons, and you remember that Elmer Fudd would go out with the double barrel shotgun or whatever and go to shoot, and Bugs Bunny'd stick his finger in the end of the barrel, and then he'd shoot and it'd peel open like a banana. Well, if you put in too much gunpowder, that's kind of what could happen. But as long as you're sticking to the set limits and stuff, just don't think, I can just do a little bit more. And, it's a process. There's a lot of safety and a lot of time and a lot of research that you need to put in order to do it right. That or stick to the very specific set, buy this gunpowder, do this amount, do that, the stuff that's already listed by the professionals, the companies, Lee and all the guys that are doing the presses. They have their set, format, and if you follow that, that's great. But if you want to venture out and start experimenting, things matter. The amount of pressure, in a chamber, you'll first start to see the brass will get damaged. You'll see it bulge, or you might see the firing pin will actually pierce the primer. And the reason that's happening is because when it explodes, it's expanding and pushing the shell back further, and you'll get that kind of stuff. So you need to be aware and kind of look for the signs, of the danger zones you can get into. Back to, gun safety, pressure's really an issue. You really need to make sure you guys are cleaning your guns. Some guys never shoot, but they carry a concealed carry. And so you're throwing it in your car and in your pants and in your, on your nightstand and whatever. And it's picking up all kind of dust and debris and stuff like that. These are the kind of obstructions.
Yeah, that can lead to problems.
You really want to take care of your guns. Again, it's that getting familiar where you keep things clean and neat and, just kind of make sure that they're going to work properly when you need them to. That's what we were talking about with the different types of ammo, is make sure they work properly. So basically, there's a lot to reloading. You will save a little money if you're putting in the time, but some of the gear with the hand presses and all that, there's single stage and there's progressive hand loaders. It's how involved, how much money you want to spend, and you need to get a setup for each caliper you have and different things. There's, different machines that'll do multiple things with swapping stuff. But there's a lot to it. It really can be an awesome hobby, but just the same, it's a commitment, and you're going to be, if you're shooting 1,000 rounds a year, I don't even know if you're getting to the point where it's going to pay off. But if you feel like, you know what, I'm burning through 3,000 or 4,000 a year, and I'd like to burn through 6,000 or 7,000 a year. It depends. I like consistent, safe loads. I'm happy buying, 1,000 rounds of Federal 5.56. I don't know. It's not too bad, but it's definitely something, if it kind of piqued your interest, you might want to get into.
Yeah. Now I think, finding a mentor, finding somebody that does this
And there's a lot of guys, a lot of groups, people
That's
doing it.
And honestly, there's a lot of almost everybody that reloads their ammo is a prepper.
Yeah.
You know, so you're gonna have something in common with these guys. Just buying the equipment, going down to the gun store and buying the equipment, talking to the guys there. They're gonna have a lot of information on how to get started. You know, what types of equipment you want to buy first. You can buy ready-made kits that have everything that you need in it.
Yeah.
You know, it's not something I want to scare people away from as being super complicated. The only thing is, you can go deep into this. You can go deep. This can be something that, you know, consumes your life if it really piques your interest.
So there's a couple websites. There's a guy, Chuck Hawks.
Mm-hmm.
You might want to check out his website. He has a ton on hand loading. Just Google Chuck Hawks. He'll come up. There's also the shooterscalculator.com.
Mm-hmm.
Has a lot of like different ballistic stuff you might want to, you know, get familiar with. Another website, handloads.com. And those two, I found tons of great information, great, you know, resources, stuff you want to do. And a lot of them connect to different forums and things you can do. So something to look into there.
Mm-hmm. Now, it's the apocalypse. It's come.
It happened again? Because I feel like, all right.
Yeah, no, this is a new one. I mean, it's pending right now. We're on the edge. We're on the precipice. It's pending, and you fired all your guns. You've killed all sorts of zombies and vampires and creatures of all sorts, and you're running low.
Now you know I'm just switching to my bow, but that's not your premise.
Right.
Tell me.
Now you've got the casings.
All right.
But you don't have any gunpowder left.
And are we melting little lead gobulets that we
Yeah.
picked out of dead bodies?
Yeah, we've got that.
All right.
We've got that. But how do you make gunpowder? Where are you going to get your gunpowder from? I'm going to tell you.
Oh, Kevin's going deep.
Now, gunpowder it's basically saltpeter. Not basically. The entire formula is saltpeter, sulfur, and charcoal. Now, how do you get saltpeter?
How do you get saltpeter?
Well, I'm going to tell you. You can make it from your own urine.
Ooh.
So what you're going to want to do,
I have some potent urine, so this might be some...
you're going to want to get some sort of a large container. You can build this out of clay. You want a big vat, and you want to just fill it with manure and hay. And piss on it. Start pissing. Save up your piss. All your friends, bring all your friends over and piss in this pit on top
So you
of
just
this.
buy like a couple of cases of Bush?
Mm-hmm. And just, get all your friends over, buy a couple of cases, get lit, and load it up with piss.
All right.
All right? Then you're going to have to let it cure for 10 months. 7 months, maybe 7 months if you're down south. Maybe a year if you're up north. But about 10 months should do it. Keep it moist and keep pissing on it. Keep
And
it
we're
the
keeping
whole
it
time.
moist by
urine.
constant
Now,
urination.
you can do this outside, but you don't want to fill it up with rain. You're going to have some sort of a shed roof on top to keep the rain off of it.
Okay.
You're keeping it moist only with piss. All right? Now, what you're going to see after 10 or 12 months, you're going to see this white powder on top. This is saltpeter, but the problem is it's still mixed with shit. So you're going to skim this off. You're going to put this powder in trays. Right?
All right.
And you're going to have you're going to put it in trays, and you're going to add lye or wood ash. You can just burn wood, same ash, same thing. You're going to put it in the trays, add a little bit of water, right? As it starts, now you can boil this water,
Okay.
and as it starts evaporating, you're going to see crystals forming on the top. That's the
Tea
shit. That's the
crystals.
stuff you don't want. Scoop that out. The saltpeter is going to start growing as crystals from the bottom up, and they're going to be like needle shaped.
Needle crystals.
Now, once you skim all the stuff off the top,
With my hands.
well, no, I was making a motion with my hands. I'm assuming you're going to use some sort of like a slotted spoon, right?
Okay. Not
right.
the same spoon I'm eating my dinner
No,
with.
different
All right.
spoon. All right, yeah. All right. So the saltpeter is going to begin crystallizing on the bottom.
Okay.
Now you've got saltpeter. Or you can order it online.
Or go to Home Depot.
Or go to Home Depot. If you see something called stump remover, that's saltpeter. That's just straight saltpeter.
All right.
So you can just buy that. So I recommend just doing that ahead of time. You know, getting the saltpeter, because you
So,
don't want to
like,
spend a
prepping.
year putting this together. Right.
And
Right.
that's why people are like, oh, well, I'm going to reload and I'm going to have all these bullets. I'm going to have all this
Mm-hmm.
gunpowder.
Right.
I just buy bullets with the gunpowder in the case. And,
Right. Yeah, you could just buy gunpowder. That would be a better thing to store than saltpeter.
Oh, really? We just
Yeah,
cut to
you
the
just
chase?
cut right to the chase. All right. And then you need charcoal. That's the second ingredient.
All right.
You can use just regular briquettes that you get for your charcoal grill. And you're also going to need sulfur. You can get that at garden stores. They sell it as, you know, different
Keep
different
the little
stuff for your
critters
soil.
away, whatever.
Yep. All right. Then you're going to want to individually grind everything up
Yeah.
into a fine powder. Then you want 74.8% saltpeter, 13.3% charcoal, 11.9% sulfur.
Nailed it.
You're going to moisten the ingredients and combine. And that's how you make gunpowder at home.
I might use that for the cannon. I'm not sure I'm willing to put that in the AR rounds.
Yeah, now if you want a bigger bang, if you're going to build a bomb, you're going to increase the amount of sulfur.
Really?
You don't want to burn sulfur on its own because the smoke is extremely toxic. But the more sulfur, you know, getting up to like 15-18%,
Okay.
the bigger the bang is going to be. But if you're looking for something with the consistency of gunpowder, you want to stick to those percentages.
One of the things that I read in my research on hand loading is that gunpowder really varies from type to type, brand to brand. They said even batch to batch, that you might get different results. So, you know, again, you really need to stick to, I don't know, try things out. A lot of experimenting, stick to the safety thing, and then start to venture out as things, you know, get more familiar. And then you expand on that. So, no, that's pretty cool. I think we're going to have to try and make some gunpowder.
Yeah, now
I have to
we can use
pee
gunpowder. We can
now,
use bat
so-
guano, chicken manure, even.
Okay, I have chickens
So,
and manure from chickens.
I think I have the perfect spot to do this too. I know where a greenhouse is that's never used.
I have so much sulfur in my water
You could just
that we can
boil
just
it
let
off,
it.
huh?
We can, you know, that still we were making last week.
That's what we're gonna
We
make
can work
sulfur,
something
huh?
out. We're gonna make sulfur.
All right.
So we're gonna get to the bottom of it. No crimes are gonna be committed. I will point out, speaking of crimes, that you need an FFL to make ammunition to sell.
All right. So this is ammunition for yourself.
So
only.
ammunition for yourself, and you know how like the rules don't apply like to your cop friends, things like that. Like you can sell it to them
Right.
because
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, where are you going to buy drugs?
like where else are you gonna
From the cops.
sell your
Exactly.
steroids?
Yeah.
Like to your cop friends, and the ones who are like, "That's bullshit. Why are you saying that?" You know, you got cops that are. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
You know that guy that you work with that's too big to be a real person? Real people don't get that big.
You don't get that big. Come on. Really. You know what I'm talking about.
Dwayne Johnson. You know who I'm talking about.
That guy is natural.
All right.
Oh,
All right.
natural.
Mark Wahlberg.
Oh, shit.
No,
Now
I'm
you're
not-
just getting mean.
I'm not mentioning any names, but
But just saying. All right. So now I was watching NBC News They said that there were things in the sky we need to be worried about?
Aliens.
Aliens.
Mm-hmm.
So actually, this could be the reason we've been prepping all along.
Yeah.
Stockpiling food, stockpiling ammo, that extra sunscreen.
Yeah.
All right.
Now, what they're calling it is ow, wow, wow.
I was just... You know what? My kid has that album, Uma Uma, you said?
Yeah.
They're
So
Korean, I think.
yeah.
I don't know.
So this was a cigar shaped is what they're calling it.
The Bill Clinton spaceship.
Yeah, that came flying through our universe, our solar
In
system.
2017?
Yeah. And there are a couple of suspicious things about it.
That there were windows with aliens
Right.
waving.
No, there were no. We didn't. Here's the thing: we didn't even get any pictures of this thing.
Wait a minute. How
All
could it
the
even be
things
real?
I've seen are artist representations. They have no pictures. Just have readings that different types of radio signals and things bounced off.
You had
They
me
have-
all
they have-
excited.
They didn't even see it, but they know it was
All right.
traveling too fast to be coming from our solar system. So this traveled from a different not a different universe. This traveled from a different solar system.
I don't even know what the
Somewhere in
difference
our-
is between a universe and a solar system.
The solar system is the planets in our sun.
Right,
All
I
the
got
stuff
that.
around that, right? A galaxy is the home that the stars live in. They're all in
the
clumps.
stars.
Right.
So beyond the planets.
That's the galaxy. The universe is all that stuff, like Universal, you know?
Everything.
So this is an
All right.
intergalactic traveler that traveled through our solar system. Now, the odd thing about it was they didn't get any radio messages from it.
No, you didn't
nothing
say
like that.
Hey, dude.
But the thing is that it was traveling so fast that it's not a comet, it wasn't an asteroid, and it was made out of carbon, which asteroids and comets are not made out of. It's
All right.
ice and rock
I have
and
to
iron.
I have to stop you right there because I know that when I was in 9th grade, I took earth science.
Right?
And way back before the hills got dusty in my 9th grade, they said that carbon only existed on planet Earth.
Yes.
There were no other life forms
That is-
anywhere
yeah.
because there's no other carbon.
Yeah, turns out
And
that
then
was
they just said-
untrue. Your
that's
science
untrue?
teacher was full of shit.
Ah,
Didn't know
man. I'm going to go back to him. I think his name
Go punch him in the nuts.
I think his name was Tom Selleck. Not Tom Selleck. Tom Selleck.
What a ripoff.
I'm going to get that freaking guy.
Now, the thing about it that really was interesting, though, was that as it left our solar system, it sped up. It started going faster.
And did it leave a trail of smoke that looked like two balls with a big middle finger coming out of the middle of it?
Nope.
No.
Nothing.
Because space balls or
Nothing.
something. I feel like that's a thing.
Well, that's what they said. It was. They believe it was, or they think it is possible that it was a shard of a smashed alien craft.
Now, wait a minute.
And the reason it sped up
yeah, that's
was because
where I
it was.
find
It
fault.
had solar sails built onto it, and the radiation of the sun fired it off.
So what if this? How about this? So we have the giant mothership, right?
Mm-hmm.
Giant alien mothership. They're all cruising.
Transforms into a maid
Every-
that's vacuuming out atmospheres.
Vacuuming out the bed stuff.
Right.
Sucking up all the oxygen.
Right.
Then they're like, oh shit, the pressure's too high. It's going to blow. Get in the escape pod.
Right.
And they shoot off. That's where this may come in.
That's where this comes up. Yeah.
All right. So really, there was a giant freaking...
Giant ship of some sort.
And all this is speculation, and we haven't seen anything,
We haven't even seen it.
but it sounds right.
Right.
And Harvard, head of astronomy, is willing to get behind this.
Yes.
Sounds
Yes.
right.
This may be
You know,
our
I've heard
first
some other
evidence
things about what they're doing over at Harvard, though.
Yeah. This may be our first evidence of extraterrestrial life. If you don't believe all those rednecks had those anal probes, then it would be
Ooh,
our second evidence.
That sounds more right. Second.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, Do you think that we should do some kind of, I know Thanksgiving's coming up.
A Thanksgiving promo?
No, I don't want to promote Thanksgiving. I mean, that's my favorite holiday, I gotta say.
I know it is.
All right. But no, what I was going to say is maybe we should have some kind of Black Friday alert for people. Something? No?
I can get behind that.
Yeah, like maybe a quick... We'll sit down on Thanksgiving and tell everybody where the cool gun deals are or something.
All right. We might be
And we'll
able
drop
to
it.
pull that off, yeah.
Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Something. All right. So look for that, but if we don't deliver, don't blame me. I'm just a man.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing, I got to say, secretly, so if you love Facebook and Instagram and all that stuff, like cover your ears or maybe just shut the podcast off right now.
Mm-hmm.
But if somebody out there was like good at marketing and that kind of stuff, if you want to kind of have the administrator rights to the survival prepping page, and I would also be an administrator and could dump the crap I wanted on there. But if you wanted to handle just nonsense all day long and like, yay, I like Trump shit or whatever, or I hate Trump, or you wanted to say guns are awesome or whatever, if that's something you'd be good at, maybe shoot us an email at preppingbadass@gmail.com.
Yeah, I'm going to say that this is an unpaid internship.
Yes. Well, no, the thing is, where you could get paid is you could build the page and promote your own shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, I like to promote the gun holsters that I make, or my spanny blade sheaths or something like that. You know, think of us as promoting your Facebook page. Anyway, if you want to work out some kind of partnership, we might be able to work something out.
Now,
because I really never want to look at Facebook again.
You're tired of it, huh?
Dude, it kills me. And it's only when I say stupid shit that people share it and it gets bigger.
Mm-hmm. So all your stupid ideas
like,
are being spread.
I'll find something, this dude making freaking the skillet out of clay and whatever, and like 2 people like it on Facebook and watch it. But if I share like, I don't know, some freaking guy smacking Nancy Pelosi or something, and everyone's like, yeah, then that's the greatest thing, and I can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just saying,
now,
if that's something you're interested in, let me know.
Let us know. That's it. Now, I wanted to do some homework. Send you guys home with some homework.
Oh, that's good. I thought I was going to have to do homework.
No, not me.
Wait a minute. Whoa.
Not Chuck. This is for the listeners' homework.
All right.
I want you to go home and I want you to think about the apocalypse. I want you to think about the lights going out. Want you to think about worst case scenario. Now you're in this environment. How do you die? I want you to think about the first thing that kills you. Are you going to starve to death? Are you going to die because you didn't have any water? Are you going to die because you didn't stock up on first aid stuff? I mean, I've been doing some soul searching the past week, and I think I've got about 3 months.
3 months and
3
you're
months,
dead?
and then I'm done. I'm predicting a naked woman avalanche.
Yeah.
I'm going to be crushed to death.
That sounds
That's
great.
I mean, that's what my guess is. But I mean, I want you to think about your preps, what you have stored up now, and I want you to think about what it is that's going to kill you. And when you're thinking about this, that's a problem. That's the problem to solve this week. So you guys email us, let us know on Facebook, and let us know what you think and what you're working on, and how you think you're going to go out. You can email us at preppingbadass@gmail.com. Let us know your ideas. Also, if you have show topics, let us know. This is an idea from a listener, and
Actually, I think a couple of listeners.
yeah,
have
a
been
couple of
pushing
people have
us
been
on this one.
asking for ammo reloading.
So,
So yeah, if you guys have ideas, let us know.
and last thing, don't forget about us on iTunes or Spotify or iHeartRadio, wherever you can leave a review or a rating. That stuff always helps get the word out there. Nice review last month by Closet Gun Nut. been meaning to mention it, and then I kept looking at my notes going, what the hell does Closet Gun Nut mean? And I'm on it. So, you know, you had some cool shit. I like it. No, we really do appreciate the feedback because, you know, it lets us know that, you know, it's worth doing. So with that, stay safe, and we'll talk to you guys next week.
The Survival and Basic Badass Podcast is a proud member of the Self-Defense Radio Network.
Planning a fishing trip shouldn't feel like a full-time job. With FishingBooker.com, you can find and book the perfect fishing trip within minutes. FishingBooker.com connects you with trusted fishing captains around the world. Booking is fast, easy, and secure, with access to verified customer reviews, loyalty rewards, and around-the-clock customer support. Everything you need to book with confidence is in one place. So head to FishingBooker.com and start planning your next fishing adventure today.